Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be a match between MaNa and o.oa here on Destination. I cannot figure out who this player is, you guys. I know who MaNa is. He is a Polish Protoss player. He still plays StarCraft 2. He is incredible and a fan favorite. He's in the top side of Destination. The bottom side is the evil Zerg player. I'm just saying that because somebody accused me of being super biased against Zerg, but I've been playing Zerg as my main since 1998, so I kind of think that's funny. Anyway, I'm not sure who this is. o.oa doesn't show up on the Smurf list. o.oa does, but it's associated with Jaeun and Sky for some reason. Both of those are Terran players. Well, the Terran player Sky. There's a Protoss player named Sky as well, the Terran one. There is no o.oa associated with a Zerg player on any Smurf list I can find. So if you know who this is, let me know, because he's playing against MaNa. His APM is over 390, almost 400 here in the early stages of the game. I kind of feel like he's good. And if you can take MaNa into a macro game as Zerg versus his Protoss, I don't know, kind of feel like he's an excellent player. So if you know who this is, let me know, and I will adjust the title accordingly. Thank you very much. God, I forget you can't do that sometimes. I cast some StarCraft 2. You can click the middle mouse button and drag, and it's just this nice, easy scroll. But when I do it here, it's like, woo! We're over here now! Yes, I understand. Anyway, what are we doing here? Pool first. Out of the Zerg player. And the Probe Scout is a little bit late here for MaNa. Drone? Oh, what are you doing, friend? You lag, says O. Oh, I'm going to call him OA. Just going to call him OA. Are you going to put a hatchery back here? Is he going to try to get... He's trying to work down these minerals. I'm loving that. I'm kind of liking this a lot, actually. Do that. Pool first, back door open. Oh, I mean, the thing is, you can see this. If you wall off your front, which, by the way, MaNa's not doing, you can see this happening. So it doesn't work if the Protoss is walling off at the mouth. But not what's happening here at all. So the probe knows there's a pool first. I'm going to assume he's walked over here and checked that. And if he hasn't, he's going to now. He really wants to kill that drone, though. Is that drone bait? Is that drone... I mean, there's not a hatchery, so I guess that's a tell there's a pool coming. So fair enough. All right, so pool here. That's why there's a zealot in production to deal with any Zerglings that show up, or at least do his best to make sure. Oh, he got the drone kill. That the Lings can't kill too many things. Yeah, man, 6 Lings on the way, and the drone slowly working his way through this mineral field, which I don't know how many times you have to kill it before it opens the door. It feels like at least 4 or 5, though, and a lot of working for each one of those, by the way. A lot. So there's a hatchery from the Zerg player. He's not getting any gas now, so no speedlings for the foreseeable future, which is fine. He doesn't really need him at this stage. And look, does he not see this? He has to see this. Yeah, so the probes are like, hey, what's going on? Are they helping? You should not help here. You should not help with this. Oh, it's open. Holy crap, the back door is open. That took a lot less time than I thought it would. The Lings are like, do we go around the back side or the front side? Can the Zealot hold both of these? I don't think he can. There's another Zealot on the way, though. And maybe we're... Or what do we have? What is this? Cybernetics core. So not going to be cannons, at the very least. So I kind of like it. It does force MaNa to account for 2 ways into his base. Forced out some early Zealots he really didn't want to have to make. This is very annoying. Macro hatch coming up here for OA. And Zerglings are in. That's the annoying part. You can keep a lot of Zerglings from flooding in, but one Zergling is going to get in and scout regardless if that back door is open. It's very frustrating. Yeah, I mean, if these Zealots move out, the Lings can't kill them, because that's only 4 Zerglings to 2 Zealots. You need 4 Lings per Zealot, and the math just does not work there at all. Probe coming down for the scout to see what's up, and honestly, it's going to be a macro follow-up. As the gas is now being taken, again, speed will show, but it's going to be a long time. And a Stargate opening, which does get scouted here by the Zergling as he tries to kill some of these probes, and gets wiped out by a probe instead, which is just an embarrassing way for a Zergling to die. I know they don't have much HP, and I know they're squishy, but die to an Archon, or like die to an Ultralisk, or die to a tank. And those are honorable deaths. Dying to a probe does not get you into Zerg Valhalla. I can tell you that much in my personal experience. Hey, by the way, did you know that I have started streaming here on YouTube? I know I talk about Twitch a lot. That's mostly StarCraft 2. You probably don't care about that. I have started casting Brood War stuff here on YouTube. So, I mean, there's nowhere you need to go. If you're subscribed to me here on the channel, then you will be notified when I go live. I've been casting user replays. So if you want me to cast your Brood War StarCraft Remastered replay, send it to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Brood War Lobby. I know it's insulting, but all of us are Lobies, aren't we, compared to these players like MaNa and OA? Just roll with it. Show some humility. Here comes MaNa. Oh boy. This is a lot of Protoss, as it turns out. Full evacuation of the natural base, because 3 Zealots and 2 Dragoons is kind of insanely good. The Zerglings would be good except for the 3 Zealots. They're going to go... I guess they're just going to attack indiscriminately here. I'm not sure they're target firing anything. The drones are fighting and absorbing some shots, which is nice. Look at these Zealots absolutely making it happen, though. 2 kills on that dude. Still fighting. He's not getting credit for kills, but all the Lings are dead. Dragoons are making stuff happen here, too. 5 kills and 3 kills on those Dragoons. This is some really great control out of MaNa. Also, a Corsair flies in to kill some Overlords, because why not? Why not do that at this stage? This Dragoon has 5 kills. This one has 6 kills. Hydra's pop. That's going to finish it off for sure. Hydras trade exceptionally well versus Dragoons. And that Zealot wants nothing to do with this either. So the drones have to come back. The drones got to transfer back to the natural base. It was a 1-base attack here for MaNa. So good attack, got some stuff done. Did not kill as many drones, I think, as he wanted to. Although the drones that were involved in that defense are dead. So what are we looking at? 31 to 19 total supply. MaNa has a big time overall lead, which means he hasn't expanded though. So if he's oversaturated here, it doesn't help him all that much. I don't know that MaNa's up as much as he should be if he had another Nexus at this stage. Corsair trying to find more Overlords to kill, at least ones that are unprotected by, you know, Hydralisks. None in the main, unfortunately for him. But anyway, I have actually, I played a ladder game over here on YouTube too, last week sometime. And I'm a 3-0. I am 3-0 in the StarCraft Remastered ladder as Zerg. I'm very proud of myself. There was a crazy ZVZ, I'm not sure if you saw it, but I'm very proud of it because I got early pooled. It was like it might have been like a 4 pool maybe. It was fast. All I know is that there were 6 Lings on the way, and my spawning pool at 12 was not even halfway done yet. So that's how early it was. Anyway, I lost my spawning pool in the defense, but I stayed alive. I didn't lose many drones as a DT comes down. And then I managed to counterattack with a bunch of Lings. My opponent was rushing to Mutalisk and didn't have much ground defense. And I won. It was amazing. I was very proud of myself. It was a really, really fun game. Speaking of Lings counterattacking, that's what we're seeing here out of o.oa. Does he have detect? He's got detection, obviously. I don't know what this DT does, to be honest with you. I guess he sneaks in the main base while the Hydras are worrying about the Corsairs. That was pretty good. That was some pretty sneaky stuff. He knows a DT wandered in, and the drones are just like, we're gone. Bye. The Hydras need to chase that down. Lings getting... Oh, they're getting the surround here. High Templar focus down. Dragoon going down, and suddenly, MaNa's in a bit of trouble, you guys. There are Lings going to town on his gateways. Probes have to get pulled to defend against this. One of the gateways is going to die. The other one too, honestly. Both of them go down. That's a lot of production. Those are all of the gateways that MaNa had, you guys. Meanwhile, DT's going to take down the spawning pool. What a great game this is. Hey, we're effectively in base race mode right now. The cannon getting surrounded by probes, so the Lings can't get a full surround on it. Oh, and the probes helping take down the Lings. That's a lot of dead Zerglings. Good micro there. Fantastic by MaNa. Main base is going to die. Dark Templar does not have many kills, but he took down the spawning pool, and he's going to take down the lair, which is insanely annoying. Zerglings here fighting against probes. Generally what you want to do if you're probes, or rather if you're Zerglings, but not when you're outnumbered this much. And all the Lings get cleaned up. That is such impressive play from MaNa. He should have lost way more workers than that, but I guess he did have cannons and he did have some zealots. But losing both of his gateways sucks, because he was making High Templar, man. He was making Dark Templar, and he can't make any of those things right now. All right, here we go. Hydra's picking off the Corsairs. Hydra's picking off the Dark Templar. Oh, hang on. Don't lose to the... He does chase it away. The Corsairs can't find anything to do in the natural base. Where are the Overlords? Is this all the I think it's all the Overlords that o.oa has are right here following these Hydras around. Probably a smart place to be, honestly. Okay, so reset. 31 to 27 total supply. Held on to the lair. Big deal. Big deal for o.oa. And MaNa held on to most of his probes and his main Nexus, which is a huger deal. If he loses that Nexus, I think he's just dead. So he's replacing his gateways. He is making more Dark Templar out of the... Oh, this gateway. Derp. He replaced that one earlier. I am seriously blind, you guys. I don't know. Maybe I need spectacles. Will that even help? I don't know. Lurker aspect coming up from o.oa. Leg enhancements on the way from the Protoss. Both pretty darn important upgrades here. Fast Zealots are much better than slow Zealots, and Lurkers are pretty fantastic against Zealots. And pretty good against High Templar as long as they're not getting stormed by the High Templar. But again, everything's good against High Templar if you can hit them. Corsairs finding these Overlords. Why are you even coming up here, Overlord? I guess to deal with Dark Templar, but nope. No detection for you. And a supply block on o.oa. That sucks. That really sucks. Backdoor wide open, though. Look how fast a cannon dies to Zerglings, even without upgrades. It's so fast. Cannons are garbage. And it's because, well, they can shoot air and ground. They have to be a little garbage in some way. Dark Templar here to defend, but just, you know, you got this, guys. Cannons and probes. We've played this game already. We're fine. Hydra Cannon, I'm not sure is enough to handle as many Corsairs are in the sky here. I guess it's a 5-to-4 ratio. Considering Corsairs can't shoot down, that probably makes a little bit of sense. Hydra's across the map for the first time today. They don't have any detection, so this DT is going to be wonderful in defending against this attack. I mean, otherwise, some good micro here, and I think these Hydras wipe out all of the Zealots. Legs is done, though. So, Zealots against Hydra, surprisingly good for the Zealots. I don't know. I don't think it would have done a lot. So, but Lurker is actually being hatched up here. So, cannon, great position. You can burrow down here, but you can't really hit up there effectively. I'm interested to see what these do. Let's see if they can get just out of the range of the cannon. Just out of the range of the cannon. Oh, that's it. No, it's not! Was he holding? Can you stop attacking with a cannon? Wow. Okay, all those Lurkers died. They got literally nothing done. They did some damage to the Zealots, but they're okay otherwise. Dark Templar. That was a bad place. Don't walk into a middle, like a huge group of Hydras. Don't do that. Bad idea. Hydra's going for the big counterattack. Bringing along their Overlords because they can't protect them otherwise. You need to come with us on this road trip, y'all. Still no natural for MaNa. This makes me feel like this is an older game. Does it feel like an older game to you? MaNa has just showed literally no interest in taking an expansion at any point in this game, and I just feel like if this was played in the last 5 or 6 years, it's definitely an earlier expand. But not today. Hydras! You gotta get those cannons. The cannons are the problem here, not the Zealots, really. Not that Archon either. Hydra's really, really good versus Archons. Honestly, it's a good answer to Mass Hydra or Mass Archon rather, is Hydra. Man, that's a lot of hits to take down that Zealot, especially because it's on high ground and you can't hit it every time. Cannon down. It only took about 6 Hydras to take down that cannon. We're not trading well, I don't think, from o.oa right now. But the Lurkers do get themselves burrowed, and they are going to take down a pylon. That's a minor victory for you. And supply blocking MaNa with that pylon kill. Not too shabby. I mean, honestly, a contain... Oh, gosh. Cannon shots on that Lurker. No, take down that cannon. Get him because the detection and stuff. Nice. And now the Lurkers can hit with impunity. How many Hydras are left to save the Overlords, though? 3, which is enough. The Corsairs do not want to get hit by really any number of Hydralisks, but 3 especially is kind of scary. Hang on. 5. I mean, do they have upgrades? They do not have any upgrades at all. That's what else makes me think this is an older game. Nobody has any upgrades to speak of. +1 ground weapons is almost done for MaNa at 13 minutes, which is hilarious. All right, Hydra's coming up, burrowing Lurkers in. Lurker dies instantly. Nice target fire for MaNa there, not allowing that to happen at all. Archon comes down the ramp, which I don't think was a good idea, as he instantly dies. He did take down the Lurkers, though, so I guess that's a minor victory. Hydra count kind of insane at this stage. Just more and more cannons defending. Storm is being researched. Corsairs trying to find targets to kill. They're having a hard time with it, I think. The Overlords are all coming home. Again, the reason you were up there, thank you, is because the Hydras were all up here. If the Hydras are up here, you need to be up here, too. And they are. Honestly, building a couple spore colonies would help, but static defense does not seem to be something o.oa is interested in, even the teeniest or tiniest of bits. More High Templar on the way to replace the ones that got sniped off so cruelly just a couple of minutes ago. Storm is just about done here, and a 1 basing MaNa at 15 minutes. I just feel like you're going to get mined out at some point, dude. Especially with holy probe count. Look how many probes there are. It's probably at least 2 pages, maybe a page and a half. Kind of hard to tell. But look at how much bouncing the probes are doing. That means there are too many probes here for this base. Maybe, ooh, MaNa's going to try to ninja expand along the right side. It seems really dangerous, as there are Zerg units everywhere. Third base coming up for o.oa along the left side here, too. But MaNa has Storm, and now the tables have turned. I'm going to take a natural base. You can't attack me with your Hydras, because I'll storm them into oblivion. Mwahaha. You also can't attack me with your Lurkers, because I will storm them into oblivion. MaNa, he is overwhelmed with confidence right now, because he has 2 High Templar with Storm. Ready for this? Alright, so that was not the best Storm, but the charge lots are doing work, man. That's a great Storm. Catching 3 Lurkers with 1 Storm is really good stuff. The High Templar both stay alive, which is nice. Lurkers burrow in, try to get in range of that Nexus, and force MaNa to engage with them, which is exactly how you want to play this. High Templar. Nope, Zerglings finish him off. Do they, though? And they do. So Lurker in range of your natural base. MaNa in trouble. Oh, he found the Overlords, though. He found the unprotected Overlords. He got rid of the Hydras, and now the Overlords are unprotected, and they're getting wiped out, and o.oa is getting supply blocked into next week. Detection. There is detection. The Lurkers are going to do some work here, especially with the Lings buffering temporarily. But too many Zealots with +1 attack. And MaNa does manage to save... Oh, good Storm there, too. Does manage to save his natural Nexus. Meanwhile, not supply blocked as o.oa because he made about 100 Overlords there. He has 100 supply now. He went from being supply blocked at 40 total supply to 100 available supply. That's a lot of Overlords, man. Where are they? Here they are. Unprotected. Nothing here at all to help them in case a Corsair flies by. And look at this. MaNa says, delicious Overlords and no Hydras to protect you. Okay, there are 2 Hydras. Now there are 4 Hydras, and that's more scary. Queen's Nest coming in for the Zerg player. And there it is. Is that a probe death sound that I heard? Why did I hear a probe death sound? I can't imagine a probe got in here to scout, although I guess there's no static defense, so like maybe you could. Maybe you could. All right, so third base done for o.oa. He's managed to keep 1 base up on the Zerg, or the Protoss, which is nice. The thing about the Protoss is he's mined out in his main, and he's way oversaturated in his natural base. So there's still income coming in here from o.oa at all 3 of his bases, which is a big deal. He's going to have much better income than Protoss is, who's effectively on, again, 1 base to 3. That said, Storm is a great equalizer. That said, MaNa is very good at this game, and he's technically up 11 supply. I'm not sure how much the Corsairs are going to help from this point on, as... I mean, it's not like o.oa is going to make Mutalisks at this stage anyway. He's going for a Ling, Hydra, Lurker style play. You're going to, you know... dance with who brought him, I believe is the expression. Singularity Charge on the way, which seems late for MaNa. You need Singularity Charge to handle Lurkers in general. He's done a pretty good job with Storm and Zealots for the most part, but you really want Dragoons with range to make this happen. Now, o.oa finally getting a Hive, which means he's some time off from getting Defilers, which he really needs here. Defilers with Lurkers, it just makes Lurkers 100 times better. Unless your opponent has a ton of Zealots, because Zealots do not care about Dark Swarm at all. So, it is a Spire, though. Maybe for Guardians. I don't know, man. Spire or anything is pretty bad against Corsairs. Mutalisks, no. Broodlords, or Broodlords. Guardians, no. I didn't. I said Guardians. I said Guardians. You heard me. Like I said, oh, there's a third base. All right, so MaNa does take a third base, which immediately gets scouted by some Zerglings. The Zerglings die, but the information has been acquired nevertheless. Adrenal Glands on the way from o.oa. Average APM for these guys, about 300, man. 326 right now for o.oa. MaNa sitting at 262. Playing fast. As somebody with like an average of maybe 95, 100 APM, that's what I am. I'm always impressed by someone that can keep this up at the 19-minute mark of a game. Stamina. Stamina is a big deal in these matches. I hit like the 15, 16-minute mark, and I'm like, all right, let's start reacting more slowly to things and expanding at worse times. Yeah, I know how we can improve. Bottom left-hand corner, we got a hatchery coming up there. Macro hatch here at the third. I'm loving that quite a bit. 88 to 73 supply. MaNa keeps pulling ahead in overall supply right now. Making 3 Dragoons at a time. I think o.oa needs to kill this third or he's in a lot of trouble. He's done some good damage early. He forced the natural base to be delayed by about 15 minutes, if not more. But the third base came up soon afterwards. And if you don't have Dark Swarm, I don't know about going up against this whole Dragoon, Zealot, High Templar scenario that MaNa is rolling with. It doesn't look good, is what I'm saying. Overlord's trying to see if there are additional bases anywhere. He knows about this one. I mean, there's no way that MaNa canceled the third base at the 20-minute mark. It would make no sense at all. So I'm not sure he even has to check it. There's a Defiler Mound coming in from o.oa. So if he can get some Plagues off, and especially some Dark Swarm off, he's going to have a much better time in the engagements to come. I like that he split up his units in different places. MaNa just sort of hanging out, man. He's got +1 attack. +2 is almost done. And that last little... There it is. That last little bit feels like it goes forever. Oh, Zergling counterattack? Like this way and in the back door? With Adrenal Glands? I kind of like it. Or just right in the natural base. That's fine too. Look at him doing this. Look at him just being like, wee! Adrenal Glands, Zerglings versus Cannons. Great Storm though. Oh my gosh, the Storm. Who got that kill? Who got all those Storm kills? They didn't get credit for those kills. Maybe this one did. 11 kills. That's the guy. That's the guy who got all the credit for the kills with the Storm. It was delicious is what it was. MaNa going for it. Consume on the way from the Defilers. It's at 21 minutes. It seems too late. Where the heck are you going, Lurker? I don't know. This one's still moving. He's still trying to do something. The Lurkers are spread quite nicely here. The Defiler doesn't have much of energy for do anything here because Consume is not done. Defiler, get out of there. Wait for Consume to finish. Throw up a Plague or a Dark Swarm or something. This Lurker's not quite sure what to do with himself. As MaNa continuing to push on in here with his Dragoons, not getting jumped on by Zerglings with Adrenal Glands, and +2 armor with +1 attack. There you go. Consume is done. I mean, a Plague on this army would be beautiful. This Lurker doing something would be beautiful. Like, exceptionally so, but he seems to be stuck. He tried to go up this ramp, got stuck, and was like, you know what? I'm going to make my home here. I'm going to homestead on this here piece of land. Yeah, MaNa's up 95. Well, actually down 95 to 99 total supply. Man, these upgraded Lings versus these Dragoons. I kind of really like it. Was he going Drop Lord stuff? I'm hearing Drop Lords doing stuff. An unload sound more than anything else, though. This guy, man, he really likes this little patch of land. There's a couple bushes here. There's a nice flower. Can build a home, raise a family. He has no interest in doing anything else. He's a pacifist now. Just surveying the land. Yep, this'll do just fine. 4th base on the way now from o.oa. Well, it's a 5th base as he took his 4th in the bottom left. So he's up 2 bases on MaNa. He's up overall in supply. The macro's really kind of gone through the roof in the last couple of minutes here. We went from about 80 supply to 126, which is what Zerg will do to you. So honestly, like a 360 surround of these Zerglings, I think have 2-2 now, if not 2-3. Let's see, 2-1. Working on 2-3. Okay, so he's almost there, but not quite there yet. Kadiran Crystal on the way, Kadiran Amulet on the way, rather, allowing the High Templar to have more total and a maximum energy for additional storms-ish. Consume on the, or Plague rather, on the way from the Defilers. Overlords flying around. They've got Zerglings in them, so these are Ling drops. I think there's a Defiler in one of these. Did I see that? Hydras. And 1 Defiler. Alright, so he's taking the long way around. You're going to try to take out a base, but I'm not sure if he doesn't need that army back home, because MaNa is on the warpath. MaNa feels like he's ready to rock. He's got +2, +3 is almost done. Every time I look at the upgrades, it's almost done with another one, and there it is. +3 is done. Side Disruptors hitting like trucks. Archons hitting for a full 30 + 9 of the shockwave damage. How did he know? How did he see this? Well, I mean, the Zealot sees all these guys, so he has to assume that's what's going on. MaNa going, no. No, okay, great. I mean, you either have to attack or defend here, MaNa. Those are your options. Oh, there are High Templar ready to defend here, though. I don't know about this drop, you guys. The Overlord, the unload, the cannons are out. The reaction time on the Storm is not very good, and there it is. But the Lings are on top of everybody now. Where was the Dark Swarm? Good storms down here to the south with another Ling engagement. Dark Swarm comes up. Everybody hides inside there. Natural base by MaNa does effectively go down here. Zerglings running into the main base, getting massacred by those cannons, as there are just not enough of them. o.oa's up 120, 198 supply. He's trying to bring the Lings in. He's got that +2 attack. The Lurker's trying to burrow one in, but there's no Dark Swarm to protect him until it's too late, just about. And again, the Zealot count is enough to handle these anyway. So effectively forces MaNa into the 5th base location. Archons holding the way here. 12 kills, 10 kills, and 3 kills on those Archons. Hydras, a great tech switch choice here. 16 kill Heart Templar gets sniped off, and that's it. MaNa taps out. Wow, MaNa taps out, loses his army, recognizes he lost his natural base, and he's on a 1-base economy. He can't take down this hatchery. He can try, but only has 2 Dragoons and an Archon left over. He's down 101 to 66 supply, 25 minutes. He's done. Holy crap, what a good game. That Zerg player, I'm telling you, he's got to be somebody that we know. He's got to be a name that we've heard, or was at least maybe famous 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago at this stage. How long ago do you think for MaNa to be at his peak in Brood War versus a Zerg player here? And for him to get beat, too, is the thing. A great early aggression from o.oa, great mid-game from o.oa, great job with his drops, sniping off the natural base. The storms were late, but there was a lot. There was a lot of Zerg here, and I'm not sure it would have been enough regardless. And then o.oa had enough left over behind. Not the greatest Dark Swarms I've ever seen, but decent Dark Swarms, enough to force MaNa to move rather than to attack. The upgrades were okay. +3 ground carapace is great. +1 missile weapons is done. And then Cracklings with 3-2 are a little bit terrifying versus even Archons, honestly, with numbers. And especially versus Dragoons here. So, whew, good match. Good match, no question about it. And again, I love the early drone coming up to take down that mineral patch and allow easier access for Ling attacks. And then the DT attack, I mean, it really reset the game at around the 7 or 8 minute mark. Kind of started the whole thing over again, which is maybe why the macro and all the tier 3 stuff took so long to get out. Seems fair. Seems like a fair consideration. All right, let's check out that final score. 108,000 for MaNa to 121 for o.oa. 485 Zerg units produced to the 161 for the Protoss. And usually this is not bad. Like usually if you have like a 3-to-1 ratio of killed to lost as the Protoss, as we're seeing here, you're going to win the game, but just so much more was produced. You killed 358 Zerg units, but there were 485 made. At the end of the day, if there are 130 more units ready to go after you've killed all you're going to kill, you're in trouble. A lot of trouble there. Good buildings raised. A bunch of cannons went down. Some pylons, a nexus, some gateways. Good harassment of the buildings from the Zerg player. And then overall resources, look at how much. MaNa stuck on 1 basis for that wrong really hurt him. Really hurt him a lot. 11,000 gas mined to 7,000 for MaNa. 30,000 minerals mined to 23,000 for MaNa. And 39 spent to 29,000 for MaNa. That is just 10,000 more resources worth of units and drones and bases and whatnot. And yeah, it was a 5-base Zerg to effectively a 3-base Protoss. Natural base gets sniped as a 1-base Protoss. And MaNa just didn't expand well enough or early enough to make this thing happen. If he was given a little bit more time, I think he could have caught up. But good expansion patterns from o.oa, good harassment in the early game. I kind of thought he would fall apart after doing so much harassment in the early game, but managed to come back, make a game of it, and win. So good job, Mysterious o.oa. I don't know who you are, but I'd like to. So again, if you know who this is, let me know. And we'll put it in the description if we are convinced it's truly them. But for now, that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch. Also, you can find me, I got Twitch. And until next time, as always, thanks for hanging out with me and watching some StarCraft, and you take care of yourself.